Okay, hi, welcome back to episode 2 of Modeling Uncorked. You'll notice I have not changed because I'm filming a few of these at once, because there's no way I could drink that entire bottle of wine in one 6-minute video, so buckle up. They're going to get a little worse before they get a little better. Okay, so today we're going to talk about, I assume that everyone has, of course, watched episode 1, which tells you how to open up Rhino. So I'm going to leave it open from when it was open for you last week, but for me, like 2 minutes ago. Okay, so I want to talk about these little buttons up here on each one of these. There's perspective, top, front, and right. And we talked about them briefly on the last episode, but this episode I want to show you kind of how to use them if you want to change them. And kind of see what the viewport can do. So to do this, I want to start by coming over here. This is big. This is just more than you're ready for, but I believe you. You can do it. So go ahead and grab this box right here and come into literally anywhere. It doesn't matter which viewport. Just come down to where this bit connects. That's your 0, 0, 0. And you can type that in too if you want. You can either click or you can just type in 0, 0. And there it is, connected to the 0 bit. And then you could type in, 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet and have a 5-foot cube. You can also, if you don't want that, you can grab this and you could just build a box however way you want. I kind of liked the nice one. I'm not that type A, but I thought it looked a little snazzy. So I'm going to say, and that was a little small, so I'm going to do 15 by 15 by 15. So there's a box. Okay, so right now you'll notice that the box looks the same in all 4 of your viewports. Your perspective, your top, your front. Remember that your front's like Mario, and then your right. Okay, so if you want to kind of change the way that looks, you can click this arrow button right here. Oh, if you double click it, which I just did by mistake, it will bring up just one. So you can work one viewport larger than the other. You can just double click to get back into your 4 viewports that were set up. If you had something else set up, it'll go back to the ones that are set up. And you can kind of change the size if that one viewport was too much for you, which sometimes it is. You can grab this middle button and move it around, or you can grab this and move that around, and now I've made a giant mess of my viewports. But that's okay, because we shouldn't take this too seriously. Modeling's not hard if you just, go at it. You pick it up pretty quick. Or you can pick it up pretty quick, I guess. I don't know your life. I don't know what you're doing. You could be very busy. Anyway, so perspective is my favorite one. So my personal preference is I will go either into shaded by clicking this arrow here, which now you can see has shaded the viewport. And just a reminder, if you want to rotate, that's the right button. That rotates, but only in perspective. It doesn't work in the other ones. Then, rendered is my other favorite if you're not really doing anything else on your computer. If you have like 20 other apps and you've got a really poor computer, this is going to be a little too powerful, especially depending on how many different polygon surfaces, however big your file is. This rendering one will take a lot of power, which you don't always want. I've noticed these bottom ones will also take a lot of power. This is ghosted, where you can just kind of see through it, super faint. There's X-ray, which you can, similar. Technical, which gets this color right here, which I suppose is really good if you're like an architecture or art student and you don't actually want to figure out your dimensions. Oh, this is the first thing that architecture students kind of get into modeling for. It's because they'll usually have like one really simple test, but they don't know how to do it. So you can just build your squares here, print your screen, and then just trace it over with your hand graphics. Super easy. Don't work too hard. And then artistic, which gets super fancy. This is the Take On Me version, if you're interested in that kind of thing. Which looks great, so you should be. And then pen, which just looks nice. Like a little piece of pen. Anyways, those are the different types. by default it will usually start on wireframe, which is fine, but I notice if you have too many it gets cluttered really easy, and I find that wireframe tends to work a lot better in these other viewports. And these viewports styles do the same over here, where you can render it, or we can go back to the take on me if you're, you know, still into that. It's there for you. Okay, so that's super simple, super easy, different styles. Shaded, I think, is not one that you want to look over lightly. I think it's pretty good because it gives you that sharp edge look versus when you're rendered. Sometimes I think it can be kind of easy to lose your lines as opposed when you're in shaded. It works pretty well. All of your settings you can put up here into your properties, and this will actually get you into everything. It'll give you this drop-down menu right here. Any properties that you open to will open up this. It just depends on where on this side they open it. So if you like the render, you can change it, or if you don't like the render, you can change it. And there's just a whole bunch of things in here that you really don't need to worry about if you're beginning and you just kind of want to know how to make things, or if you like modeling. Maybe it's not for you, maybe it is, but you should get the right to give it a try, see if it's something for you. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about in this one. Just really quick, what those things look like. Enjoy your wine. I'll see you next week.